says here we should work in teams. I tend to think of myself as a one-man wolf pack.
You are about to enter Information Overload, a worldwide transmission with Herp Paray's featured Breeder of the Week. Here's your host, Jason Rossi.
I would like to welcome you back to Herp Paray, a weekly worldwide transmission. I'm your host, Jason Rossi. We are simulcasting on RossiReptiles.com, Buzzsprout, and don't forget to subscribe and download on iTunes. This week's featured Breeder of the Week is kind of new to the designer ball python morph business like us. Looking at his collection, you would not know it. He has some of the amazing animals for his foundation. I'm very pleased to announce this week's featured Breeder of the Week, Josh Harler from CapeFearConstrictors.com. Josh, welcome to Herp Parade.
Thanks, Jason. I appreciate the opportunity to be on your show.
No problem, man. Like I was saying, that's what it's about, getting people on here and getting their views and letting everybody hear it. So I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
So North Carolina, that brings back some memories. Hidden Treasure Inn, Wilmington Beach, Fort Fisher with the family. Doesn't get any better than that, man. You make me want to move back.
Oh, it's beautiful here. Love the weather.
They say nothing can be finer than to be in Carolina.
It's definitely a great place to live. Yeah, we moved here about 3 years ago, and I can't imagine living anywhere else now.
Well, being back north, it seems like our weather is getting more and more like North Carolina's. It's changing daily. It doesn't really, you can't really adjust what the day is going to do, just like down there.
Yeah, this year has been pretty crazy for weather. That's for sure.
All right, so I have to say, you have some of the best unboxing videos. We haven't had a snake shipped in quite a few years, man, so it's kind of nice seeing that. So we appreciate those.
Well, it's fun to do. When I was getting started, I just scoured YouTube for all the unboxing videos I could find, and I just loved them. So I figured, why not make my own and just contribute to that and give other people something to watch, something to enjoy.
Yeah, I can definitely see the progression from watching your first few to where you're at now. The camera, yeah, it's nice. Even the the angles and even just the tripod, how much that works. I'll have to try that sometime.
Yeah, tripod is definitely indispensable especially if you're only one guy doing videos. Some of my videos, I just hold the camera, but I think you get better quality with tripod, so you don't have to worry about shaking this or anything like that. I try to focus on getting good quality in my videos because, nothing worse than a beautiful snake and a bad video.
Those would be mine with my phone camera. I'm sorry. So, looks like you built yourself a very nice facility. That's my goal someday, probably for most breeders it is. So why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, I was fortunate to have a workshop area in my house when I got started. It used to be a woodworking shop. But when I got into the snakes, decided to do it as a business, I figured, I need to get serious and have an area designated explicitly for the snakes. So turned my woodworking shop into my snake room. It's climate controlled. I can control the temperature in there, and snakes are comfortable. I have plenty of room to expand, so it was definitely a good decision, and I'm very happy that I did it. Every day I go in there, and it's the perfect environment for me.
So do you use heat tape also, or just heat the room?
I do both. I heat the room right now. It's about 82 degrees in there, but each snake has a hot spot about 90, so try to give them some thermoregulation. During the breeding season, I cool it a little bit. The room, that is. I leave the hot spots where they are.
Okay, so what are your plans for your candy girl you got there? She's hot.
Oh, the candy. Well, I'm still debating that. I want to get into some dual recessive projects. So I have a yellow-bellied pied male that I think is going to be one of the first males that I put with her. But I also, want to get into the codom stuff, so I have a killer bee. I'm Actually considering trying to do a dual-sided clutch this season, but nothing's cemented yet. Yeah, I'm sure you're familiar with the controversy over that gene, the candy and the toffee.
Yes, you can go into it if you like. That's fine.
Yeah, when I purchased my girl, I got her last summer. Or no, not last summer, last spring. And the compatibility with the albino gene wasn't public information at that time, and I had no idea. When that came to light, at first I was pretty irritated because I had invested a significant amount of money into my female, and it seemed that the albino compatibility would definitely affect the value. But the more I thought about it, the less concerned I became. Like many other people, I see the albino mix as a separate project. So you got the pure candy and the pure toffee project, and then you have the Toffino and Candino project. I've decided to keep my candy project pure. I'm now going to be mixing albino with it, which, especially for the dual recessive projects, I think is vital because if you want to get into dual recessives, maybe Candy Clown or Candy Pied or something like that, you don't want to be dealing with a Toffino or a Candino that has the albino gene mix in there because you're not going to know what you have. You could have a double het candy or double het albino. I'm not saying double het albino would be a bad thing, but when you're trying to get for a candy, I don't think you really want the albino in there.
Because you wouldn't be able to tell which.
Oh, yeah, in the het form.
Can you?
Well, from what I've seen with the Toffinos, they seem to color up slower than the pure toffees. So in that way, I'm not sure how reliable that is yet because they're still relatively new on the market and not a whole lot of people have them yet. So I think more information on that will be coming out over the next couple of years. But with the hets, it's impossible to know. I mean, you breed like my yellow belly pied, if I breed him to a Toffino, I don't know what I have. I know everyone's het pied, but I don't know which are going to be het candy or het albino. So as far as recessive projects, I think you want to stick with the pure genes.
Go with the 100%.
I'm sorry?
Go with the 100%, the sure thing, so there's no guesswork.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, the Toffinos and the Candinos are going to be beautiful, even if they take longer to color up. But genetically speaking, the guarantee, I think, is worth the extra money that it's going to cost.
So I see we have related G-stripe girls from Colin. They are beautiful, perfect little girls, aren't they?
Yeah. I think G-stripes are incredibly underrated. They're beautiful. I have a perfectly striped female and a pastel G-stripe male. And I also have a lesser het G-stripe female that I'm looking forward to breeding with that pastel G-stripe. Recently saw someone on ballpythons.net hatched a lesser G-stripe, and it was gorgeous. I'm jealous. I'm looking forward to producing my own.
Yeah, I really dig the pastel lesser G's. They're definitely a way to go. So do you think that the pastel breaks up that stripe? Because I have a pastel G male, and it's kind of a broken stripe too.